Hello and welcome to the International Pentagon Challenge. My name is Kyanite and together we'll be embarking on a very special Football Manager journey where we'll aim to try and win every major international competition in all 5 continents, forcing our hand to play with hundreds of different types of players and most importantly hopefully create loads of awesome different types of tactics along the way. Once that's complete, only then are we allowed to set our sights on the biggest of all goals, the FIFA World Cup. How many nations will we have to manage until we work our way to the top? How many dodgy names will we have to pronounce along the way? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 16 of the International Pentagon Challenge. If you've come straight to this video from the last video, yeah, I'm still quite ill, so bear with me. My voice might start to disappear towards the end of this episode, but I do have a cup of warm lemon and ginger tea to try and keep me alive. So as we can see, Group D, Algeria and Ghana drew 1-1, which is kind of ideal for us. I have to be honest, it basically means we can go top of the group if we manage to beat Zimbabwe today. Zimbabwe 110th in the world, quite easily the weakest side in our group, and given that each team only plays each other once, this is a must-win game for us. In terms of scouting them, regardless of the fact that we are a much better side, and I don't really think we have much to worry about, it is worth mentioning that we do lack information on them. They've impressed going forward in a 4-3-3 narrow, even though we anticipate that it's going to be more of a 4-4-2 coming out from them. I do have some notes written down here, with regards to the team report, but as you probably gathered by now, against these weaker sides, especially when we've been as good as we have recently, I really don't want to overthink these poorer sides, so we're not going to even talk about it because there's probably going to be a lot of tweaking throughout the game if we do end up struggling, right? So yeah, all that stuff will kind of be explained then. So Joachim Adao is suspended apparently. I don't actually want to discuss what's going on tactically. I want to basically discuss the team that we've actually sent to the African Cup of Nations. So basically the team you can see on the right hand side right now, but the team you can see on the right hand side right now is basically the team that we're probably going to basically send into the next game. Bar Joachim, obviously he'll probably be replaced by Pirolito. Ari Papel has been really good recently in friendlies, so he'll probably get the nod ahead of Clinton Mata. As we can see, match fitness still isn't ideal, but hey, starting game against Zimbabwe, not much at stake, a game that we should really be winning. Hopefully will give us a good platform on which we can try and build up some match fitness. But that's basically it, no surprises really in the squad. Any new faces that might be surprising would probably be, actually Paizo will start this game, probably be Belito, even though I'd kind of guess you know a fair bit about Belito by now. He's an attacking midfielder by trade. Obviously we saw him when we beat Morocco, where he ran into the box and played it to the left to Bella, played it across goal, who scored into an open net to get our 3rd goal, rather than finishing it off 1 versus 1 on his own. And obviously Regis Matondo you've already taken a look at. Everyone else you probably recognise. So without further ado, let's beat Zimbabwe. Okay, so preview-wise, for some strange reason, it seems to think that Zimbabwe are the favourites to win this game. The odds are in Zimbabwe's favour. To me, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but okay. As you can see, our recent form is excellent. Their recent form is too early to tell. And yeah, let's kick off. So here we go then. They have opted to start with a 4-4-2, so we are going to have to make sure both Bella and Papel are man-marking their wingers. We know that a lot of their goals have kind of come down their left-hand side through Mahachi. This is the thing, they play very similar to us, really. Just a good old-fashioned 4-4-2 counter-attack. One slightly more defensive midfielder than the other. Big target man up front, 188 centimetres. But I think one thing that I am going to tweak is probably just kind of go to a slightly higher defensive line with the offside trap on, just to kick things off a little bit. Because their main striker's 31 and the other striker's 33, who's a target man. So you don't really want to play too deep of a line against a target man. You want to try and keep him away from goal as possible. And I don't know how fast this guy is, but he doesn't exactly play at the highest level. And he doesn't look like he's got that many goals this season, and he's 31, so I don't think he can be that fast. But obviously, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Okay then, the lads walking out in the Ivory Coast. Let's make sure this is on comprehensive. It's obviously on key highlights from friendlies early on. And here we go. My first major international tournament as manager of Angola. And yeah, we're going to be facing Zimbabwe. Thought we were going to make it like a goal then in the first minute like we did in our World Cup qualifier. Well, I guess really our World Cup qualifiers, in a way, is our first real major tournament. So, yeah, but it's kind of like a qualifier, not tournament, isn't it? So, a bit of an interesting one. One thing that's really frustrating as well is that the players who I want to start with are kind of less match fit than the ones on the bench, which is just really annoying, that about international management. Really annoying. But here we go then. Papel whips the ball in, and Zola is somehow going to know that Paizo's behind him. Bella to Zola, who shoots, and it's just over the bar, but so far so good. We've not had as much possession as I would have probably liked to see. It is starting to build up again, which is good. But for comprehensive highlights, I think we've been a little bit slow, but obviously nerves and whatnot. We're a pretty young side as well. Here we go. Gelson is going to shoot from a distance, but it goes over the bar. So far though, so good. Paizo finds, well, tries to find Bella, but it's pretty poor. You can see they're defending quite deep actually, so that could be a sign for us to try and really work it more into the box. Oh, this is a good chance for them to work it more into the box, to try and reduce our directness as well, maybe. But as always, let's not make too many harsh changes too early on. Masona picks the ball up. He is going to find Mahachi down that left-hand side, who whips the ball in, and, well, Zimbabwe have hit the bar. And to be fair, based on the highlights we've seen so far, it kind of does look like they should be the favourites. But we are very good on the counter-attack. And Gelson has a lot of pace to burn. Needs to drill this into the box, which he does. It gets cleared by the Zimbabwe defenders. Panya will shoot from a distance, but it's just over the bar. And we've not looked too great. So I guess it's up to us to really try and change that, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to decrease our passing directness a little bit. Look to work the ball more into the box. And go from there. There's the header from Nzola. And unsurprisingly, with his 8 heading, goes wide of the target. It's funny that he's got 8 heading, because a lot of the goals he scores for us are actually headers, just due to the sheer size he has and the role that he plays within the team, really. It's a good save from Landu. One thing I have noticed as well in friendlies, that when we don't play Joachim Adao, we really do kind of miss a great ball winner in the middle of the park. Yeah, like Pirolito's alright, and he scored some important goals for us, but meh. Papel, good tackle from him. If we can go in at half-time with a lead, I mean, it seems pretty obvious when I say this, but it would be pretty useful, and it would probably give us a bit of a mental advantage as well. Panya, find Gelson. Paizo now needs to whip this ball in. He's in a 2 versus 1, so has to play it back. Very, very deep defensively from Zimbabwe, which, to be fair, you'd expect, given that, you know, they are the underdogs, but it would be pretty decent for our goal difference to grab a goal or two this early on, and obviously put ourselves top of the group as well. Bella cuts inside, finds Piana, and he's had a poor game as Piana, and normally he's instrumental to how we play going forward, being our main playmaker. That's a good pass though. Papel whips the ball in. Bella's going to pick it up, and can we recycle? Pirolito to Gelson to Papel, who shoots, and it's a very, very good save. Once again, from Zimbabwe's goalkeeper. One thing that we could do is change Bella to a winger, but it wouldn't be Bella I'd want on, it would be Geraldo, because he's left-footed. So we'll keep things the way they kind of currently are, but I'll just tell the lads to maybe try and exploit the flanks a little bit more. And we'll change to a balanced width, because they are defending quite deep. They're relatively narrow as well. We are the better team, so let's try and make the pitch a little bit bigger, start tiring them out a little bit more. It's kind of our usual blueprint, you know, against these poorer sides. Piana once again misplacing a pass. He could be coming off if he's not careful. It's a very nice through ball to Gelson, who whips the ball into Nzola, and it's nodded wide. We are starting to get our fullbacks in play a little bit more. They'll be attacking because of our attacking mentality. That's not the type of pass that I want to see from our midfield. It's not the type of pass we usually see from our midfield either. Piana, that's a nice pass to Costa now with a lot of room to run into. He's going to whip the ball towards Nzola and it's over the bar. He's had chances as Nzola. He has had chances. And if he's not careful, we could end up subbing on Rejondo, I think he's called. Reginda, something like that. Yeah, that regen target man. Let's see what kind of attack we can build from this, though. Coagica, as we play out the back. It's not the first time we've seen him play a ball like that to Nzola, and, well, I think Nzola's coming off in the 60th minute. It's just such a shame that he's so inconsistent. So inconsistent as Nzola, and he's going to score now. No. It's annoying because they're creating chances for him, and he's getting in the right positions, so you don't want to sub him off in that respect. But if he's just not putting the chances to bed, you know, it makes you question whether or not you should go for fresh legs. 64th minute. Come on, boys. Can we please have a goal? Papel with the header. It still feels like this is a game we have to win. Is the game crying out for Belito down the middle? I think it could be. But it would leave us really exposed in the middle of the park, which is a problem. We're going to switch to a diamond. Belito's going to come on as an advanced playmaker on support. Nzola will stay on for now. Actually, Nzola will stay on, and Mata will come on the right-hand side to give us a little bit more pace, I think. Pallot to Gelson. Papel whips the ball into Nzola. This looks like something could come of it, and the second I say that, that happens. Which isn't... It's not great. It's not great. We kind of want to win this game. And I think we're going to have to start... Dare I say it, start actually throwing a little bit more forward. And I didn't think I'd find myself saying that, to be honest. Let's go a bit more direct from that perspective. Go even wider and turn him into a sweeper keeper. But this is it now. We're just basically throwing everything at them. This was really a game we had to win. And if we can't win, that line's looking a little bit higher from what I saw earlier on, and if we can't win, then we're going to need something good against Algeria or Ghana. I'll say that now. Belito, though, creative lad, comes on. Can he play that through to Da Costa? He kind of whips the ball in, and it's offside apparently. Okay, we're going to start pumping, and we're going overload. I don't really think we've got much of a choice, unfortunately. I mean, this is a game where I don't think a point's enough. I really don't. We've not been clinical enough going forward, and Zola had a lot of chances. Hopefully this is a chance for us to counter-attack from now. He's going to roll it out due to his instructions. This is nice. Mata to Nzola, and he's offside. Oh, Nzola. Head. Nice. That's why Mata really helps us when he comes on, you know, as a right winger, because he does have a lot of decent defensive qualities, like being okay in the air. Belito. Oh. Geraldo. Go on, Pirolito. Let's sing some Despacito. Our passing has been woeful. It looks like it's the first game of the tournament, you know what I mean? We look sluggish, so do they. And suddenly that draw between Algeria and Ghana doesn't look too bad. I do think it's going to be us and Algeria that will end up fighting for second place. Disappointing. Really disappointing. Because, you know, it was just... Was it early this episode or last episode? I've, like, recorded them right after each other, so I can't remember. We were saying that we go into every game almost guaranteed to score at least 2 goals. And we've had the chances. Just the finishes haven't really been there, have they? This is probably last roll of the dice. And it's wide. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. And it is going to be a uphill struggle. Feels like 2 points dropped, really, rather than a point gained. And, yeah, they're going to know I'm not really happy about it. Unfortunately, they react negatively. It's probably the first real result that I feel disappointed about, bar maybe this Guinea game, but it was a friendly. So that's not really ideal, a 0-0 draw against Zimbabwe. But I guess we've got to dust ourselves off and come back stronger. We're going to have to come back stronger in 4 days' time up against Ghana. We don't really have much of a choice, and that is going to be the next episode. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.